Circle's the best book I've ever read.
I really like Circle because it was such an exciting book, and I mean there's so much going on and there was never a dull moment in it. I mean you would always want to like read it over and over again, and like when the teacher said, "Oh, I want to stop reading," and everybody in the whole class would be like, "No, I want to keep reading the book." So I mean it was just, there was never a dull moment.
I thought it was very interesting about the whole clothes concept, like what they made their clothes out of. Also, the plane part was just amazing. It was freaking awesome.
I enjoyed Circle.
Why?
Because it was really breathtaking to like read. I was like on the edge of my seat for each chapter. Circle is like the most awesomest book ever.
There was a lot of action, and you could see that in your mind. Most books are to kids are kind of boring, but this one was fun and adventurous.
It was an extremely good book. It was always exciting, and it was never boring. It was always really interesting, and it was really good.
Fly Girl was fantastic, and so was Circle. That's all I have to say. I very much enjoyed it. It was action and extraterrestrial, so action and awesome.
I basically liked Mandy the most because she came from a different planet just searching for one thing. One of my most favorite parts is when Mandy was in the garage and
I don't want to spoil the whole thing about Mandy.
I loved Circle. I liked Mandy because she was really cool and kind of fun, and you didn't really know what she would do. She was always acting different.
I enjoyed it very much. Why? It had a lot of adventure, and there were a lot of things you wouldn't think of that would happen, and it seemed realistic to me.
There was a lot of surprises in the book.
I really did like Circle.
Why?
It was a great book. There's so much action, and it was really different from any book you would read.
It had a lot of like adventure to it. It was really interesting to read, and like it kept you wondering about what's going to happen next, and I really enjoyed it.
I liked how it was different from other books.
It's like you take things that are mainly real and then you kind of twist them around into something that's not. It's kind of cool to me. I thought that was pretty neat.
It was kind of a mystery in how they were like going to like the military base. It's very suspenseful.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
It was just amazing.
I really liked the flying because like there was a lot of detail in the flying.
That was very action-packed, and I know most people would say, "Oh, we'd love to be in that scene," but that scene would have been terrifying if you were actually in it. That scene would have been scary.
I love Circle. Everything about it is really cool.
I love Circle. There's a lot of adventure in there, and romance a little bit. I love Mandy. She's funny.
I enjoyed it very much. Like when Mandy and Jazz Lee are taking off in the planes, that's one of my favorite parts. And also I really love how Mandy's she can be innocent at times, but then at times she's just like head on in the game, very encouraging. I actually envy her a lot.
I liked it a lot. It was really funny and there was a lot of action in it. It was suspenseful. Mandy was my favorite character. She was just so funny all the time.
I liked all the imagination that was in it. My favorite part was when Mandy threw the dishes out the window because she thought they biodegraded faster. My favorite character is Mandy because she's like really out there and she wasn't afraid to meet new people.
It had a lot of action and it was a funny, like, mystery book, I guess. It was just really exciting and you always were on the edge of your seat and you just wanted to keep reading.
It was just like a really fun book to read and everything, and it was really interesting, and I just wanted to keep reading it and I want to read it again.
I like Book Circle better than the other ones.
Which others?
Like other books I read.
I really liked it a lot. It was like really different from any other book I've read.
It's funny and it's action and it's like everything all put together in one book.
Mandy, she wasn't scared of anything. She had like an open heart.
I actually really loved it. I felt like it related to some people that I know. My brother acts just like Nick. I think it's going to be like the best kids movie in the world.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was kind of like me and my brother. It kind of relates to that. I have an older brother like Nick, you know.
It always made me want to read more, and like it was suspenseful.
I liked how Mandy always had her heart, and like she's like, I love you. I like how it describes everything in really good detail, so I can imagine everything happening.
It was really interesting, and there was always something going on. I think it was really unique. I really liked when they like figured everything out about Mandy, and they figured out that why her genes were different.
I loved it. It was just very exciting. I really like Jazz Lee.
I liked that there was a danger to it.
I especially loved the part when it explained how she kept lighting up, and I could just imagine a girl just standing there and glowing.
It was Fly.